12 News, wind, rain, and hail. We are tracking wicked weather in our area and what you can expect for the week. Two families' lives turned upside down after a deadly wrong-way crash. How many miles a driver went the wrong way before it cost her her life? And thieves pulling a fast one, taking a tragedy and using it to make a buck. Tonight, what you need to know so you don't get scammed.
You're watching CBS 12 News, the one to turn to.
Yeah, you hear that. We begin tonight with those strong storms packing a real powerful punch here in South Florida. This is in the Loxahatchee area. Our CBS 12 News crew forced to pull over after the wicked weather rolled in. Those driving rains, wicked winds, and heavy hail really coming down hard. And take a look at these videos. Look at that. The lightning in the area today. On the left, Riviera Beach, and then the traffic lights blink shortly after. And on the right, storms lighting up the sky in West Palm Beach. Let's get right to meteorologist Michael Ehrenberg tonight. Michael, we made it. What's next?
Yes, we did make it, Paul, but we got more stormy afternoons coming away for tomorrow and Tuesday and probably much of the upcoming week. The last of the numerous rounds of showers and storms now exiting, as you know, out in the Atlantic, but not before giving some parts of our western communities some fairly substantial hail. Look at this, pea-sized hail down there in the Loxahatchee area at 4:58 this afternoon. That's in the north part of town, and out near Lion Country Safari, between dime and quarter-size hail reported at 5:05 this afternoon from a sky-worn spotter. And on the Treasure Coast, you didn't escape things. You had winds gusting up to 42 miles an hour in Jensen Beach a little bit after 6 o'clock during the late part of the afternoon. Now, for the rest of tonight, it's just going to be quiet. We're clear to partly cloudy with only a 20% shower chance, with temperatures pretty much staying where they are in the rain-cooled mid-70s at the coast to the lower 70s across the interior. All right, coming up in minutes, I'll track tomorrow's storms hour by hour and talk about specific weather impacts where you live when I return a little bit later in the newscast. Paul?
Michael, thank you so much. And of course, you can always track the weather in our area with our CBS 12 News weather app. All you have to do is search the words WPEC right there in your app store. New tonight, a PBSO deputy seriously injured and a woman killed. The deadly wrong-way crash changing two families' lives forever. Happening early Friday morning when investigators say a Wellington woman drove head-on into an off-duty deputy's car on State Road 80, just east of Flying Cow Road in Loxahatchee Groves. CBS 12's Jeremy Farinas live tonight at St. Mary's Medical Center. And Yada, you spoke with the deputy's nephew. What did he tell you?
Well, Paul, a witness told deputies they saw the woman driving the wrong way for nearly 15 miles down Southern Boulevard. Now, today, I spoke to a neighbor who says her family is having a hard time understanding how this could happen. As for the deputy, his nephew tells us that his uncle underwent surgery here at St. Mary's Medical Center after he broke his leg in that crash. Tonight, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly wrong-way crash that happened in the middle of the night. The accident happened here near Palm Beach State College in Loxahatchee Groves just after midnight on Friday. PBSO says the woman, identified as 49-year-old Catherine Green of Wellington, was heading east in the westbound lanes when her BMW slammed head-on into a Buick driven by an off-duty PBSO corrections deputy. PBSO says its deputy, Sheldon Perry of Belglade, was heading home after working his shift at the jail. The impact of the crash killed Green and sent Perry to St. Mary's Hospital with serious injuries. Right now, PBSO is trying to figure out why Green was traveling on the wrong side of the road. You can see the east and westbound lanes are pretty far apart here in this area, so it's unclear when Green got in the wrong lane. And PBSO says that Green was wearing a seatbelt, and as of right now, alcohol or drugs does not appear to be a factor. For now, we're live outside St. Mary's Medical Center. I'm Jeremy Farinas, CBS 12 News.
Jeremy, thank you. According to the Federal Highway Administration, wrong-way accidents killed between 300 and 400 people on the roads a year. While these accidents only make up 3% of all vehicle accidents, they're the leading type of vehicle accident to result in a death. And tonight we're working to get more information about this wreck you see right here. You can see this in the video. A car there just smashed up on the side of the road. This is Lake Worth Road in Congress Ave. Right now, no word on any possible injuries or what led up to the crash. Of course, stay with CBS 12 News on air and online for any new updates. New tonight, thieves targeting a community in mourning. St. Lucie County deputies now warning the public about a fake GoFundMe page for Lane Chesney. She is the Fort Pierce teen severely burned at a bonfire at a New Year's Eve party back in 2017. Now, Lane died Friday. Deputies posting this image on Facebook right there showing the real GoFundMe page versus the fake one. So, to clear it all up, if you'd like to donate to the real page, we put a link on our website. It's the real one, CBS12.com. Well, crowdfunding has become an increasingly popular way to raise money for many things, including medical treatments. But millions of dollars raised online is going to treatments that don't always work. Tonight, investigative reporter Joyce Sturman digs into the danger of seeking alternative cures through crowdfunding in this edition of Spotlight on America.
When it comes to physical activity, Brian Goodyear isn't pushing it. For a while, severe health problems didn't leave him much choice.
Headaches, you're not able to sleep, concentration, anxiety.
After 6 concussions in less than 2 years, the former outdoorsman and athlete struggled to find a way to feel better.
I was determined.
And after months of searching, Brian saw testimonials about the benefits of something called hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
It was sticker shock at first to hear how much it was going to cost.
Brian had to come up with 10 grand out of pocket because the treatment isn't FDA approved, so insurance doesn't cover it. He turned to crowdfunding, raising money on the internet.
You know, there's a financial risk, but personal medical risk was very low. There was nothing that was going to get worse by me trying this treatment out.
But that's not true for everyone crowdfunding for medical treatment. A recent study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found more than 1,000 campaigns seeking money for treatments that are not only unproven and ineffective, but also potentially dangerous to their health.
It's just an enormous sea of begging and hope and requests.
Dr. Arthur Kaplan with New York University Medical Center helped author that study. It looked at crowdfunding for just 5 specific treatments that are unproven. Things like natural cures for cancer, stem cell therapy for spinal cord injuries, and hyperbaric oxygen for brain trauma. In total, those campaigns, mostly on GoFundMe, asked for more than $27 million and raised almost $7 million in the 2 years they searched.
So we were really surprised that there weren't any rules or guidelines.
Do you see it as dangerous?
Well, I think it's dangerous because people get funded to go try things that are just there to extract money out of their pocketbook.
And experts say this kind of crowdfunding can also help to spread downright quackery. GoFundMe does blacklist companies and therapies that cross the line by exploiting patients. The company says people should fully research what they're raising money for, but it's not their place to tell them what decisions to make about their health.
Yeah, you should be free to do that, but that doesn't mean the social media should be complicit in it. Maybe there are some steps we could take to not stop people from chasing hope, but at least to give accountability when other people donate to those causes.
For its part, GoFundMe tells us fundraisers need to be absolutely transparent on their page so donors can make an informed decision. Brian Goodyear was upfront in his fundraising, clear he was trying an experimental treatment.
Is it possible that it's just your brain healing on its own, that these are nothing more than a placebo?
Frankly, if it's a placebo, it worked. I'm not worried about it. I only care about the result.
The kind of results patients and doctors want to see, as long as the treatments are medically sound. I'm Josie Sturman for Spotlight on America.
And new tonight, a heated argument turning violent in Riviera Beach. You're taking a look at the scene at a stabbing last night. It's at a home on Marsh Harbor Drive. Police say a fight between 2 brothers got so heated they pulled out knives and stabbed each other. Both taken to the hospital. No word right now on their conditions. And new tonight, thieves targeting your pockets. The Okeechobee Sheriff's Office warning people about callers asking for donations for the Law Enforcement Families of Survival Fund. The Sheriff's Office urging you never to agree to give donations over the phone to any agency that you didn't call first. So hang up, they say, and report the call. A Mother's Day miracle. Tonight, a man with Down syndrome is back home after being found safe and sound in Fort Lauderdale. West Palm Beach police say 37-year-old Leighton Fuller, there he is, found this morning. CBS 12 News sat down with Leighton's mother after he walked away from his apartment near Banyan Boulevard Thursday. That's where he lives with his father. His mother says she prayed for Layton's safe return. And an unusual rescue for deputies. Look at this. After a horse falls into a pool, deputies responding to Fernley Road in Lake Worth after the horse fell into the pool at the Coral Reef Riding Academy. The facility owner telling CBS 12 News the horse wasn't feeling well, so they gave the horse medication. The horse fell in shortly thereafter. Crews then pulled it out to safety. As of last check right now, no word on that horse's condition. And a dog punished for her unconditional love. A driver in Jupiter spotted a dog being thrown from the window of a moving car, and now that pup is looking for a forever home. CBS 12's Madeline Montgomery introduces us to Athena, a dog whose tail is constantly wagging.
Really loves people. Tail is constantly wagging.
A loving dog treated with hate.
In Jupiter traveling and saw her tossed out of a moving vehicle.
Luckily for Athena, Good Samaritans saw the whole thing and brought her to Furry Friends.
Rushed her to us, our doctors checked her out, and thankfully she was okay.
Athena's rescuer was not able to get the license plate number of the person who threw her out the window. And despite her hard past, Athena is looking for a happy future.
She's a really sweet dog, given what she's been through. Usually a dog that comes out of that situation sometimes has issues. She is the sweetest, kindest, little loving little black dog that just really needs a home.
Athena's up for adoption at Furry Friends in Jupiter, waiting for a forever family. In Jupiter, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
Now, Athena is just one of about 200 animals in need of a happy home. If you're interested in adopting Athena or any other pet, you can always check out Furry Friends on Maplewood Drive in Jupiter. We also posted more information on how you can adopt on our website, cbs12.com. Up next, a tragedy that killed nearly 1,000 more than 40 years ago. And tonight, we go one-on-one with a survivor of the Jonestown Massacre who is now a member of Congress. Michael.
And Paul, hot temperatures out there and an approaching cool front means active afternoons here in South Florida. Coming up, when you can expect the storms to start in your neighborhood and how long they'll last.
And Mother's Day, all about celebrating the inspirational women in our lives. Oh my goodness, that's me up there in the left top corner. Check out the photos celebrating moms and all they do for us. We want to see your photos too, of course. All you have to do is send them to us by texting the word photo to 44332. We'll be right back.
CBS 12 News at 11.
The Jonestown Cult Massacre, an American tragedy. It's been 41 years since cult leader Jim Jones took 900 of his followers to their graves. One congresswoman was there and told her story to Full Measure's Cheryl Atkinson.
By the mid-70s, Jim Jones had attracted 20,000 followers to his San Francisco church, preaching against capitalism and what he called a racist America.
I was legislative counsel to Congressman Leo Ryan at the time. And he had constituents who had gotten involved in the church, and their parents typically, because these were young adults who had gotten involved, were very concerned about them.
Jones eventually fled to Guyana, South America, with 900 church members and promised a socialist utopian escape. But his followers found themselves trapped. On November 14, 1978, a delegation including family members, press, Congressman Ryan, and Speer, his aide, flew to Guyana to investigate.
So I thought there was danger before we even left.
At Jonestown, Congressman Ryan made a speech offering safe passage home for anyone who wanted to leave. The next day, Congressman survived briefing at
At that point, I'm loading passengers onto the 2 planes that we have on the airstrip. And my back is turned to the area where a tractor trailer came onto the airstrip with 7 gunmen. Congressman Ryan had been hit. There was blood coming out of his neck.
You had been shot.
I was shot 5 times.
13 cult members had attacked, killing a defector, a San Francisco Examiner photographer, an NBC News reporter, and a cameraman, and Congressman Ryan.
How did you get out?
22 hours on that airstrip with no medical attention. And eventually there was a chartered plane that took us out.
Meantime, Jones prompted cult members who stayed to line up. and drink a poison-laced flavored drink. Jones died from a gunshot to the head. The final death count, 913 people, including 300 children.
Speer was elected to Congress in 2008. The only one ever prosecuted for the shootings was cult member Larry Layton, who said he'd been brainwashed. He was released from prison in 2002. For Full Measure, I'm Cheryl Atkinson.
Well, we thought yesterday was some day in the weather department. Today,
wow.
Look at this behind you.
Crazy. You know, I can't get enough of this video. Man. I mean, it's just, this is actually in Loxahatchee, if we could take this full screen,
Right.
because, you know, our own Yaromi Farinas was out there.
She was.
And you can see, I think the winds are gusting over 50 miles an hour.
They
on
just
this.
had to get off the road and take cover.
Yeah, they got off the road, took cover. We had reports of hail between Diamond and Quarter-Size out there. Wild weather, and the thing is more likely to come over the next few afternoons. Weather bug sensors, Palm City, 1.65 inches of rain today. Okeechobee at the airport, a little bit less than 1.5 inches, and about 2/3 there at Palm Beach County School headquarters on Forest Hill Boulevard, and lighter totals as you went north on the Treasure Coast. Rain right now is gone on radar. It's going to stay quiet, I think, for the rest of tonight. Your commute tomorrow morning, lots of sun, not a big deal. This is your normal summer-like weather pattern, southwest flow. Storms begin to fire up about 1 p.m. They get more numerous by 3 p.m. The late afternoon rush hour, notice the clock there, 5 p.m. Heavy downpours, thunderstorms for many parts of the CBS 12 viewing area, so your commute home might be a little bit crazy in spots, and then those storms will last by 7 or 8. And then when the sun goes down, quiets down once again, and then we repeat the whole process on Tuesday afternoon as well. So what kind of weather can we expect? Storm Prediction Center just giving us non-severe storms, but there's always that small potential for hail and isolated tornadoes, but the biggest impacts the next few afternoons will be the high threat for downpours, frequent and dangerous lightning, and those winds gusting to 40 to 50 miles an hour. How much rain? Well, our RPM model showing anywhere from 1 to 3 inches in the 3-day period ending Wednesday afternoon. So our rainfall has been above normal this year, and we got more rainfall to come. The deep moisture in place, southwest flow, the sun heats things up, it becomes unstable. Add into the mix a frontal system in May, and that really juices up the atmosphere for Tuesday with rain chances at 70%. Now, our European model is more aggressive, bringing drier air in for the mid to late part of the week, and I think that's going to happen. So we see rain chances again high the next few days, going down to 30 to 40% Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And with any luck at all, the timing's nice for next weekend when rain chances only go down to 20%. Right now, West Palm Beach, you've got 74 degrees, winds south-southeast at 3 miles an hour. And for your day planner tomorrow, the rush hour looks sunny, lunch hour hot near 90, and the drive home, we're looking at temperatures probably rain-cooled in the upper 70s and low 80s. For the rest of tonight, again, quiet, partly cloudy, mild muggy. Temperatures are already at the low. For tomorrow, morning sun, afternoon storms, locally heavy. Now, we'll be near 90 for a high, but feels like temperatures will be in the mid to upper 90s before the storms start, and then it cools off. So there are those high rain chances in your 70 forecast. Scattered shower storms Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And right now, next weekend looking drier and a little cooler with highs in the mid-80s. There's your weather.
All right, Michael, thank you. Up next in sports tonight, it's one of the most inclusive golf tournaments in the world. Anna Logan has highlights from the PGA World's Collegiate Championship. That's next in sports.